Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video we're going to take a brief look at both of them. Nothing too exciting, but Cardano, I just want to point you towards one important aspect on the chart. Today, big day for Cardano holders. The SundaeSwap DEX is going to go live, and make sure if you want to participate in the stake pool offering that you delegate your ADA to a SundaeSwap cooperating stake pool, because then you can also, in addition to your normal ADA rewards, get your Sunday token rewards. There are many tutorials on YouTube. To be honest, I didn't have the time to do it yet. I need to do it. Bit late with that, but yeah, the day only has 24 hours. We'll do that today. But yeah, check out, there's so many tutorials on YouTube. You need the Nami wallet, or there's another one I think you can't use, Yoroi, if you then want to participate in the SundaeSwap basically yield farming and so on. Therefore you need Nami wallet, or there was another one of which I now forgot the name, but I downloaded Nami wallet yesterday. Need to set it up and then I'm good to go. So Bitcoin, yeah, pretty much I showed you that descending wedge yesterday. It did break out then, but I did tell you we didn't really have the volume, therefore you don't really see a move up here. It is this up and down, and any move here, as I said, within 39.5 and 44k, or certainly, you know, at least between here 40.5k and 44k, I wouldn't pay a lot of attention to. If it gets close to 39.5 and breaks the 40k level, that's at least really noteworthy. But then if it loses the 39.5, I think the chances are really high that we're going to see much lower prices, and that lower prices are going to be unlocked here. Until then, it's moving in the range here. Chart looks very weak on the daily. You know, here we can see that Bitcoin is in the bearish range and has been since the 19th of November. Just another sign for this ongoing correction, and I would still primarily expect the price to move up from here once more to the 0.382 fib level. That would be the logical next move. If it can break here the 44k, basically the 0.214 fib level, which is sitting here exactly at 43.8k, but 44 on top of that, a bit of a psychological mark as well. So if it breaks that, it could really get to the 47.1. That would be my view, to move up here and then down, but it doesn't need to move up. The message is it has already done its correction basically, or its retracement of that wave 4. It doesn't need to do more. It already came up to the 0.214 fib level here at 43.8, and from there then it could theoretically now sell off straight away, or it goes up briefly before it goes down. I think these are the two main scenarios here at the moment. There's another scenario in which it could do a larger wave B all the way here to the upside between 45 and 63k. That was my primary scenario from, you know, the beginning of that sell-off. But then when Bitcoin moved down to 39.5, that became less likely for me. It's still a valid and possible scenario, but it would just take much longer for it to play out, and therefore then it would really just mean a longer correction, because then it would move up there and then go down, in my view. Is there a possibility that that Bitcoin here could move to new all-time highs from here? Yeah, probably, but overall I think likelihood is really low. Looking at the indicators as well on the longer time frames, let's just check. We haven't seen yet a bearish divergence, a bearish cross, play out on the monthly MACD. I think as soon as you see that cross here, it will be definitely worth looking at. And to be fair, I don't think it can be stopped. We'll see. It is really the first time that we have seen this for a long time. Last time was March 2020, and then we had a big one at the in July 2018. So on the weekly though, you can see that the selling pressure is increasing still. No sign of a recovery here, and it can really fall further. All right, let's take a look at Cardano. Cardano has pretty much come very close to the support level that I did give you yesterday. So I said in this scenario here, where you had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move to the upside, so a first possible impulse that definitely can be interpreted here as a first impulse to the upside, could then not hold above that descending trend line, then started an ABC correction. Now in that ABC correction, I said we could come down really, because if the impulse was completed here, you would be looking for an area of retracement of a wave 2. Normally, the wave 2 normally comes down fairly low, and that would be sitting here. Yeah, typically here, as we've seen with many altcoins, between 130 and actually 115, 116. Yeah, as long as it is above the beginning of that impulse here to the upside. I think I need to drag that down a little bit. I don't know why it was a bit too high. I think I missed the wick when I did draw it yesterday. Don't know why. No, the support would be sitting here between, the FIB levels would sit here between 113 and the 0.887 FIB level and 129, the 0.618. Now it did break here the 135 level briefly, as you can see here. It's now above it again, the 0.5 FIB level. It didn't quite get to the 0.618. It is certainly a absolutely realistic possibility that it will come down once more and hit at least the 0.618, maybe even here the 0.786 at 120, or even the 0.887 at 114. That would give everybody a possibility who's interested to buy lower Cardano. It currently holds the 50-day moving average. Yeah, it does. And to be fair, maybe that's it already. A nice dip already here. And what we can see, and that is what I wanted to point you towards. So first of all, this could really be a first impulse. I wouldn't worry about this strong retracement. It's just after a completed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, especially the first one from that low here at $1.07. I think that is good. That is a normal retracement. Didn't even get to the 0.618 FIB level. I think it's gonna get there once more. But looking at this, and if we take a look at the daily, and that's what I showed you before, on the daily, it's currently holding, and that is so valuable, it's currently holding the 50-day on the RSI. So keep an eye on that. At the moment, it's looking good. This for me would be a strong indicator if all of this was only a fake out or not. So the last few times we had fake outs, it did break again below the 50-day, the 50 line on the RSI. That's an important one. It basically divides bearish and bullish, bit of a psychological one as well. But it just shows if it's above 50, the trend to the upside is quite high, yeah. And overall, what you can see the last time here that happened back in November, we moved up. Yeah, everybody was happy about that strong move up, and then it broke down and just without finding any support, dropped below the 50 line on the RSI. Then we had it here very recently where it moved up to 160, and even here it broke below it again. And now it's currently finding clear support here exactly on the 50 line. There's probably a reason why it stopped there at 131, and that is an important one, because as long as it holds above that, you could call it's in bullish momentum. What we need to pay attention to in the chart, it did drop below the ascending trend line that you can see here. So if you could see a retest here, and that line would be, the resistance would be at 140. If it finds resistance there, then it could come down to the 0.618 in the next move at 129. If it loses that, you've got here that orange trend line at 123, and then we could come down to 120, which is that 0.786 FIB level. Somewhere in here though, if this is a real impulse, which I think it is, beginning, then you would expect a turnaround and see the next move up, and that would then be a large wave 3. Wave 3 oftentimes the most bullish one, and it would certainly be interesting to see if the price is coming down a little bit lower here. And if it then does a turnaround at one of these FIB levels, that could be a really good entry point. Yeah, I'm not telling you to go in here, just say that typically you would expect the wave 2 to come down to the 0.618, 0.786 or 0.887 FIB level, and if you then see a turnaround here, that could be the beginning of wave 3, and wave 3 is typically the most bullish one, and still sort of in the beginning of a larger uptrend. So we are going to see certainly interesting as holding the 50-day on the RSI, and that is a good sign. That is definitely a good sign, and overall it's been holding now fairly well, I think, that 50 line, and so we see a bit of volume as well. not too crazy, but I think overall, you know, I shared with the Telegram members yesterday the Cardano ecosystem, and there are so many projects now in development, and I mean, only SundaeSwap did lead here pretty much to a 40 to 50% increase, and just imagine what happens when the other ones go live. So don't forget about the other ones. SundaeSwap obviously in the focus at the moment. It's certainly good for the Cardano ecosystem. All right, that's a brief update here for Cardano now. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.